Good morning, everyone. It is 8:30. This meeting of the Sawyer County Land, Water, and Forest Resources Committee is called to order. Roll call, please.
Steve Carrianen.
Here.
Randy Newman. Here. Kay Wilson. Here. Jim Evans. Here. Dale Magnuson. Allison Johnjack. You have a quorum.
Okay, rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Certification of compliance with the open meetings law.
This meeting was noticed to the media and public as required by Section 19.84 of the Wisconsin statutes.
Thank you. Meeting agenda is set. At this time, members of the public will be given the opportunity to address the committee. Please adhere to the following when addressing the committee. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes or less per individual. Comments should be directed to the committee as a whole and not directed to individual committee members. Committee cannot respond to your comments during this time. And if you haven't already, please sign in and fill out a public comment sheet if you wish to speak on any item. I have two here so far. The first one is from Nancy Schreier. Come up and to the microphone and give your name and address, please.
Nancy Schreier, 10777 North Namakagon Lane, Hayward, Wisconsin. So I just want to make a few comments about the biofuel plan coming to Hayward, potentially. Bringing a biofuel plant into the community brings both benefits and risks, so much so that the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency Office of Research and Development in Washington, D.C. drafted a 1,039-page peer review to Congress in January of 2025. I tried to review that, and I've got some key points. I also left the information for you, the chair, if you want to pull that up at some point and review it. So while wood chip biofuel is one of the lowest biofuel pathways for Sawyer County when compared to corn or soy, the primary risks are tied to forest management intensity and the transitional area of land and vegetation along rivers, streams, lakes, and wetlands, especially the Namakagon River. It can't be near these areas. Sawyer County's lake shores, stream banks, wetlands, and nearshore vegetated buffers face several well-documented risks. These risks are consistent with statewide findings, but are amplified locally because Sawyer County has high lake density, extensive wetlands, and cold water streams, all of which heavily depend on intact environmental vegetation. And of course, there's transportation impacts. All of these are manageable with county-level permitting conditions. I ask that you enforce a balance between the goals of economic growth and preserving the environment that brings tourism, our leading industry, to our town and country. Please use our town and county comprehensive plans in exploring the right place to build this biofuel plant. The future of our natural resources depend on this. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I have Jenny Chopek.
You have one more hand up, Linda Zilmer, for public comment.
Oh, well, I already called Ginny. Can Linda wait? Oh, yes. Yeah.
Good morning. Ginny Chapek, 10363N McLean Road. I recently spoke to the county board regarding my concerns about the proposed biofuel refinery project to be sited on the Johnson Timber property in Hayward. I feel as though this project is being pushed by the state legislature without proper analysis and due diligence that is owed to the local community. There are questions about workforce, local housing, power and water consumption, the storage and transportation of the product to the only potential customer in Europe. Most importantly, I'm asking that this committee to urgently request that a full environmental impact analysis be performed professionally contracted by the proposing parties, and that the community be given adequate opportunity for public response. Sawyer County can become a well-planned, sustainable, outdoor-centric community, or maybe it becomes the world leader in the manufacture of biojet fuel. And maybe these things end up in conflict with each other. Sawyer County deserves to know what the potential impacts may be. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Zilmer.
Good morning, Linda Zilmer, Edgewater property owner, Birchwood resident, and also have a career history in the energy and pollution abatement industries. Wanted to agree with the two previous public comments about concerns with not having a lot of information about the potential impacts of having such a facility in Hayward or in Sawyer County. And also, some of these concerns were addressed in the Green Fire testimony that was at the public hearing that was held in Madison. My understanding of county government is that county government has been given certain authority to provide for the public health, safety, and welfare, and to provide public services that could not otherwise be performed, say, by private industry. I was very surprised to learn that there was a public hearing on providing public financing for a facility that has had no discussion in Sawyer County. Sawyer County has a number of committees that should be addressing this: public safety and hazmat issues, public health with water and air issues, zoning with land use issues, because I don't think a biofuel plant was contemplated in the zoning ordinance. Many of these things, like the resolution in support of this funding for this facility, are it's just another one of more of a political type actions I feel that the county board is making without having sufficient information. And I guess, you know, again, looking at the overlap between other committees, and I know that some of you serve on other committees, if Sawyer County has set a moratorium on solar panels, I would ask you also to consider having a moratorium on a biofuels plant if that's moving forward, and it needs more transparency, just as the issue of AI data centers requires more transparency. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Anybody else online? Okay, with that, we will move to item 8 on the agenda. Consider approval of minutes from previous meeting.
I'll motion to approve those minutes.
I'll second.
Thank you. Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Evans and a second by Mr. Newman for approval of the previous committee minutes. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Item 9, events. Do we have any events to discuss here today?
We received no applications for this month.
Thank you very much. Item 10, Register of Deeds report. Anything here today other than what we received in our packet? Apparently not. We've all had a chance to review that, I presume. Item 11, Land Records and County Surveyor report. Real Property Lister report. Item B was a County Surveyor report. And item C is Resolution 2026-1 Supervisory District Boundary Amendment. Discussion and possible action.
This is a request from the city of Hayward. They annexed a property into the city from the town of Hayward. It is the Monarch Fitness facility. And what happened was doing that created a singular voting district with no residents in it. So this is simply to put it under one of our city districts instead of in the town of Hayward. So it'll be city and city.
That needs action from us.
It does, yep. Because it's our representative that is affected.
Okay, so,
I guess I'll make a motion, we move the resolution to
Second.
change the boundaries from 4 and 7's district.
okay, motion by Mr. Newman and a second by Mr. Evans to approve this resolution. All in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, committee. Item 12, treasurer's report, in-rem report.
Good morning. These are just FYIs. There's no action needed on them. Our 2025 interim update, we ended up with the 7 properties, and we're going to begin the process to sell those properties. There are 2 properties that are family dwellings, and people are in them. So we are going to be consulting our corp counsel to see if we can sell those as is, meaning we're not going to go through the eviction process. The reason we're not going to go through the eviction process is that the delay that it comes with is going to push us out past that 240-day statute that I have to list these properties. Most of the other counties in the state of Wisconsin are starting to do this practice instead of trying to evict them. So I'll be coming the February meeting, I'll be having more details of exactly what we're going to be selling these properties for, what we're going to list them for. Any questions?
Thank you. Any questions?
Is this because of non-payment of taxes?
Yes, these are property tax foreclosures.
Very good. Moving on to item 13, forestry. Item A, county forestry report.
Okay, for the month of December, we did have 16 sales listed as active. We've made the transition to all winter sales and have a pretty fair start to the season. Sale value sold and uncut on file is just over 4.7 million. Our revenue for the year, we ended up with just shy of 2.2 million, so we did eclipse our budgeted revenue amount for the year. Do have the volume harvested there. Sale inspections are on target for the level of activity. We did have 1 tract turned in for review. Recon acres, we exceeded our goal on that for the year also. We are finishing up our for year 26 Good Neighbor Authority contract, and we're working on the contract for this coming year. Nothing new to report for mountain bike trails or Berkey trails, ATV snowmobile trails. Snowmobile ATV Alliance has done an incredible amount of work to get trails up and running with all the ice damage and everything with all volunteer labor. So kudos to them. I think we have a rep here that can speak to that, but it was a pretty impressive workload to get the trails up and going for the year. So good job there. Carbon credit, we did have a little communication with a new, they did submit our carbon project for multiple sale RFPs, and we're anticipating some kind of feedback in the late first quarter of 26. So we're still kind of waiting to see how this is all gonna shake out yet. But unless there's any other questions, that's all I have for my report.
I go on, quick question, Greg. So last month when we did the permits for the events,
Yep.
do they supply you with insurance document every time they do that too?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a requirement.
Okay.
And also, we need to approve the 2026 Sawyer County Forest Annual Work Plan.
Yep, so this is a requirement from the state, so we're eligible for the administrator's grant, which pays for half of my salary and benefits. So this outlines our standard plan of work for the year. I think we have our partnership meeting minutes included in here. Not going to go through this one, but if anybody has any questions about what we've got planned for the year, a lot of it's pretty standard, our standard goals for the year with some additional ATV rehab projects thrown in, so.
I'll make a motion that we approve the Sawyer County Forestry 2026 Annual Work Plan.
Did anyone have any questions around this plan before we proceed? Okay. All right, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, a motion by Mr. Newman and a second by Mr. Evans to approve the plan. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
This does need to be approved at county board level too.
Okay, we will forward this to the county board. Thank you, Greg.
Yep.
Item B, Wisconsin DNR report.
Hello, everyone. Familiar face here. I'm Brody Fisher, Forest Ranger. I'm covering for Craig today. December was a slower month as we wound into the holidays and we stumbled into some pretty good snow amounts, but we're looking forward to jumping into some bigger projects this January and as we move on into the year. But that's pretty much all I have to say. And if there's any questions that come up, I'm here to answer them. Thanks.
Any questions? Thank you. Item C, Forest Service report. Nobody here from the Forest Service? No. Item D, Recreational Trails report. Anyone have anything?
Good morning. I'm Jane Schrader. I'm here on behalf of the Alliance. And not a lot to report except that at our last Alliance meeting, we had a great discussion about preparing our trails and making sure that we were all on the same page so that when we put the word out there that come to Sawyer County, we were ready for it. And our goal was just before Christmas, and we made it with most everything. And I think there was maybe one lake that was not staked. So that was incredible because we had a lot of work to do. And once again, those volunteers stepped up and man, they cleared the trails and got ready. Our week between Christmas and New Year's, which is always a great one for our sport, turned out to be incredible. People were so excited because of the lack of snow the last couple of years that the excitement was amazing. Our groomers are now, and our trail captains and crew are maintaining, going over the equipment because we have some rain and it's a good time for us to get ready to gear up and get back out there again. So I think we had a great successful first week. We're looking forward to the whole winter. I know numbers are kind of nice, and I also can speak from Hayward Power Sports. We have a door count on one of our doors, and on Friday alone, we had 1,899 people that came through our door. So it was a very successful weekend for our community, and that might be an indicator of it because we're 10 miles east of Hayward, so we're not right in the heart of it. So we're looking forward to it, and we're working hard with Greg and Forestry and all the entities. There's a lot of them. There's like that we have to work with. So thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else on trails? If not, we will move on to item 14, zoning and conservation.
Conservation update, the DNR public information meeting was held on December 15th regarding the increased water levels on the Coudray. The overwhelming response at that meeting was in favor of the water level increase. This was then given back to the DNR to submit their official approval by the 25th of December. I've not heard back from the DNR yet, but I do have a meeting with the DNR rep, Jacob Druffner, later this afternoon, so hopefully he can provide some additional updates at that point. This would again be for a potential 6-inch increase on the main body of water of Big Lac Coudray. Tree sale is active and is online. We have a variety of options still available to purchase. Poster and speaking contests will be held January 14th to the 16th. Deadlines for those entries is on the 13th. And conservation staff are working on end-of-year grant reporting. Unless there's any other questions, that is my report.
Thank you, Jay. Item 15, board appointed committee updates. Item 16, item or correspondence reports from conferences and meetings. Anything there? Future agenda items. We are adjourned. Thank you all very much. Good meeting.